Yeah, my people, greet you, salute you, hail you. Yeah, my people, greet you, salute you, hail you. Hope is here again. This is ATS Opinion TV. Hope is here again. Not Hope Uzodinma. I'm not talking of Hope Uzodinma. Yeah, this is ATS Opinion TV. Hope is here again. If only the Nigerian judiciary and the Obident family will do this. If only they can do this, there is hope. You know, the law of gravity that say that whatever goes around comes around, and whatever goes up must surely do what? Come down. And they say one good turn deserves another. You know, when you are teaching a child how to steal, at the same time, teach the child on how to keep secrets. And when you teach that child how to keep secrets, don't be the one that will go and review the child's secret too, because if you eventually review that child's secret, tomorrow when the question arises, the child will also reveal your own secret. Hey, see, bruh. you know our silent VP, Vice President Osinbajo, Yemi Osinbajo, the trade money man. As you see this video where they display, as you see this they display, so una go hear wetin Osinbajo talk. The wetin Balablu teach am, wetin Hame Bola Tinubu teach am during time wey dey dey for ACN, you know. Hey, my people. If only Obident family go do this. Mona just listen to wetin happen. Mona just listen. Listen to Yemi Osinbajo, trade money.
In 2007, when our party, then the ACN, was rigged out of elections in Osun, in Ekiti, in Ondo, and in Edo State, I was asked, he invited me to his residence, as Ashiwaju invited me to his residence at Bodilon. And he said to me, the only way by which we can possibly reclaim the states that have been taken away from us by this rigging is going through the courts. And he said to me that the only way is by proving that there was multiple voting. In other words, proving that a few people simply thumbprinted ballot papers, dumped the ballot papers into ballot boxes, and they were counted in favor of the opposition. Then, of course, the PDP.
Keep quiet.
He then said to me that the only way we can do this is by somehow, he says, I don't know how you are going to do it, but somehow proving by forensic evidence that this is exactly what happened. I said to him, I said, Ashiwaju, look, nobody has ever proved an electoral case, an electoral petition by forensic evidence. There's just no history of it. He said, and I said, what is even more? We have over a million ballot papers. If we consider all of the ballot papers in each of these states, there are over a million, or in fact, at the time, there were about 1.3 million ballot papers, putting together all the states. And how can we prove multiple voting? He said, you know, Yemi, no, I've told you what my own
guys,
is. You just go and look.
You see, as Osinbajo they make this speech. You know what he did in mind. I know they look with your face. I know they look with your face. You go see how they judge, they look and say, oh yeah, watch Balablu. Balablu don't sit up. He don't sit up. They watch your hand. They watch your hand. This guy don't finish me.
in the UK.
You see how?
And when I told him
I know they look with your face.
He laughed and almost fell off his chair. He said, in all my own almost 50 years of experience as a fingerprint expert, I have not even done up to 4,000 fingerprints. You are now saying that I should come and do 1.3 million fingerprints. Come on, I mean, that's almost impossible. Anyway, so we parted that day, that was a Thursday. And then he called me back on a Monday and said, let's talk again about this crazy thing that you had suggested. And we sat and talked about it. And somehow designed a way. He said, of course, we used a bit of technology. But most importantly, we were able to get fingerprint experts. He said to me, he said, the only way is to get the number of fingerprint experts that have never been assembled before. I said, about how many? He said a minimum of 50 fingerprint experts. In the end, we hired 63 fingerprint experts, 63. 50 of them were from the UK police. What was even more interesting about that was that even to get the UK police to support us, Asiwaju had to come all the way from Nigeria to come and talk to friends and people who he knew to try and persuade the authorities to let us use the UK police. In the end, they allowed us to, of course, in the spare time of those policemen. And we got an additional 10 policemen. Altogether, 63 policemen working flat out for almost 6 months. We were able to put together for the first time, definitely in the history of electoral petitions anywhere in the world, we were able to put together a solid forensic case that showed that all of the places where we were defeated, it was on account of multiple thumb printing. And we also demonstrated that it was impossible for those who said they voted. For instance, we showed that if you cast 20,000 votes in a particular unit, when we calculated the time that it takes to cast one single vote, it's usually above 5 minutes. But we discovered that our friends in that other political party were able to cast their votes in 5 seconds. Because all they were doing was simply thumbprinting. They just simply take out a booklet and thumbprint as many as possible. So we were able to demonstrate all of that in court. Cut a long story short, one by one, we were able to get back the states that had been taken away from us. The only way by which that could ever have been achieved is surely not just by the vision, but by the determination of the leader, of our leader at that time. It was, of course, the leader of the ACN at the time.
You don't hear him, Abi? You don't hear him now. My problem is not what he have just said. Majority of our problem, what would they experience for country? The main problem what would they suffer for country Nigeria, but Nigeria. Now Igbo people they cause them. They are part of our problem. And they make me the verse anytime why they hear they say international body. International body know what they do. They know what they do. But that will not be waiting carry me come today. Not being the mental way carry me come. Waiting carry me come be say, can the court, can the judiciary play their own role, unsentimental? Can they play their own role, unbiased, to reclaim this mandate? The evidence is everywhere. For Osinbajo to do this, he knows say Peter Obi won the election, and indirectly, in the tell Peter Obi what he go do to get his mandate. I beg my people, because if you already share my video before, if you already comment for my video, share this one and comment.